Welcome to Ranking No Sports, and we are here to discuss my power rankings for NFL Week 15 and heading into NFL Week 15. Now, this is a video that I should have been doing all year long, and for some reason, I was dumb and I didn't think to make this video, so that's completely on me. But let's get into my Week 15 power rankings. Coming in at number 10, I have the Tennessee Titans, who are sitting at 9-4. Now, some people might be surprised, especially if you follow my Twitter account and you see how much crap that I've been getting the Titans all year. But if you have to, I think about it more and more. The Titans are a very injured team, and a lot of their team still relies on Derrick Henry. But a team that has had this many injuries this year, playing this well, they beat the Jaguars, shut them out, which is really hard to do in the NFL just in general. I thought they've looked really good for the amount of injuries they've had, and the fact they're sitting at 9-4 with a chance to have all their guys come back is just really impressive to me. I maybe was a little bit harsh on the Titans to start when Derrick Henry first got injured, but I have the Titans at number 10. Coming in at number 9, I have a team that most people might not think would be a top 10, but I think is the Indianapolis Colts. They're sitting at 7-6, and their record may not be what you think it is, but I just think as a team as a whole, they are a much better team than what their record shows. Jonathan Taylor is obviously an absolute beast. He's leading the league in rushing. I think Carson Wentz getting out of Philly, getting traded to Indianapolis was a great pickup for them. I think he's been playing great all season long. They are off a bye week. They are going up against a Patriots team this week. Now, that game might be a deciding factor for the Colts and their season, even though the AFC, I think, is just completely wide open no matter who's there. But I just think the Colts, I think, are a little bit better than their record shows. But going up against a Patriots team this week is going to be a bit of a struggle, I think, for them. And it's going to be a close, tough game for them. But there's still a chance that they might pull it out, and it'll be a really good game. It's a game on a Saturday. I'm glad we have football all the time now, which is really great. I love, NFL. If the NFL had it their way, there'd be a game every week. But I have the Colts at number 9. Number 8, I have the Los Angeles Chargers sitting at 8-5. They dominated the Giants. I think talent-wise, I think the Chargers should be a little bit better than what they are record-wise. I think they have way too much talent. Their defense is very bad, and I think that's what's causing them to be a bit of, to struggle at times during the season. But good God, you got to put the Chargers in the top 10 just because of Justin Herbert. Like, come on. Justin Herbert is an absolute unbelievable player, and that's coming from a Chiefs fan. Herbert and Mahomes is going to be an unbelievable, rivalry for years to come. It's going to be great to watch, great to see. It's going to be great entertaining football, great entertaining television. These two teams are going to be duking it out for the next 10, 15 years. It's going to be completely awesome. I'm going to love it. But I have the Chargers at number 8, sitting at 8-5 record-wise. At number 7, I have the Rams. They had a great win against the Cardinals, one they absolutely needed. Matthew Stafford looked amazing. The defense came up big with clutch interceptions in the red zone, made the Cardinals make some mistakes in the red zone. Just as a team, they looked good. Odell got involved. Cooper Kupp, obviously an amazing dude. Great wide receiver, probably the best one in the NFL this year alone. Matthew Stafford, 3 touchdown passes, looked good. The Rams offense as a whole looked much better this week. And I have the Rams at number 7. Coming in at number 6, I have the Dallas Cowboys. Some argument that they should be a little bit lower, but they're sitting at 9-4, and they just have a great defense. Their offense has been pretty bad recently. Dak Prescott has not looked particularly well. The Cowboys offense as a whole has not looked good. Zeke can't run the ball. Tony Pollard being out last week didn't help them much, but just defense as a whole, Micah Parsons literally being probably the defensive rookie of the year, could win defensive or just defensive player of the year. You have Trayvon Diggs, who's really, really good too. I think he's kind of hit or miss more or less, but they got Randy Gregory back. I think DeMarcus Lawrence is back. So I think the Cowboys defense as a whole is what puts this team at number 6, and this team runs through their defense right now, and their defense, I think, is playing very well. Coming in at number 5, the Patriots sitting at 9-4, coming off a bye. Their last game, they just ran the ball down the Bills' throats, and it could not be stopped. And I think this is the time of the season where Bill Belichick owns the NFL. They started off, I believe, 3-4. They've just rallied and just won every game basically since then. I think they've won 7 games in a row, something crazy like that. The Patriots are hitting their form just right. Mac Jones is playing very well this season. Bill Belichick in free agency obviously hit on all the right guys. So I have the Patriots at number 5. Coming in at number 4, I have the Arizona Cardinals at 10-3. That loss to the Rams was not good. Kyler Murray made some really bad throws. He did not look good on some of those, but they were able to move the ball offensively pretty well, and James Conner really did have a good game. But their defense really struggled to stop the Rams' offense most of the times during this game. Now, they were put in a bad situation because of the turnovers, and it's going to really stink to see the Rams or the Cardinals struggle, because if the Cardinals continue to struggle, a team that's been one of the most disrespected teams in the NFL this entire season, they're going to get dropped in everybody's power rankings really quickly. So it's really it stinks to see the Cardinals, lose a game, because they're already disrespected, and this just gives more people a chance to drop them down. But I still think they have way too much talent. Both the Rams and the Cardinals had a lot of talent on the field in one game. I still think the Cardinals are fine. I still think they have a lot of talent. I don't think DeAndre Hopkins is going to be dropping crucial passes again this season. So I have the Cardinals at number 4. Number 3, I have the Kansas City Chiefs at 9-4. They absolutely killed the Raiders. There was no question about it. They killed the Raiders. The Raiders decided to be stupid, step on the logo. I already covered that in the video, but the Raiders are absolutely stupid. You don't do that against the Chiefs. But that was just a straight up dominating win. Offense looked great, looked very efficient. Mahomes was like 20 of 24, looked really good. Defense forcing 5 turnovers, literally the best defense in football since week 6. I don't know what it is about the Chiefs losing to the Titans and then just rallying off and becoming the best team in football. But if we get a Chiefs-Titans matchup, it literally feels like it's 2019 all over again. But the Chiefs are just an absolute dominating win over the Raiders. I have them at 3. At number 2, I have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They are 10-3. They had a really good win against the Bucs, even though that was a very close to not being a win. First half looked great. Second half kind of fell apart. That game should have never went to overtime. They let the Bills hang in that game way too long, let the Bills get it to overtime, but their defense came up clutch in overtime, 3 and out. Tom Brady, another game-winning drive, touchdown. I think the Bucs right now, they're a dangerous team. I think they're going to win. That game should not have been as close as it was, and that's why I have them at number 2. And number 1, I think a lot of people would agree, is the Green Bay Packers. They are 10-3. Just a great win against the Bears. That game was a lot of fun to start with. I think the Packers, the score 27-21 at halftime may not have looked like they played particularly well in the first half. They played a great first half. They played a great game. 24-3 in the second half. The Aaron Rodgers looks like an MVP. Everybody on that defense is looking good. Rasul Douglas is an absolute steal. I don't know why he was on the Cardinals practice squad whatsoever. Absolutely dominating on the Packers defense right now. And the clutch interception against the Cardinals on the Thursday night football game earlier this year, I was seeing rolling around Twitter, could have been the play of the year that allowed the Packers to be the number 1 seed. While I do believe that what won the Packers and allows them to have the number 1 seed is the Cardinals are not very good with their talent, apparently, and left Rasul Douglas on their practice squad. But I have the Packers at number 1. Those are my power rankings for NFL Week 15, heading into NFL Week 15. I will try to do these every week because it's a really easy video to do, and I don't know why I haven't been doing it the entire time. Give me your power rankings down below, what you think of my rankings, and I will see you in the next one.